Have you ever felt invisible in your own home? Even after decades of care, of guidance, of silent sacrifice, your world shifts the moment they walk out the door. And yet, we are told that this is progress, this is life, that children leaving is a natural arc. But what if the truth you've been avoiding is far more complex, far more brutal? There is a paradox hidden here. We celebrate independence, yet mourn the intimacy we invested in for decades. This is the subtle cruelty of human attachment. The departure of adult children is often framed as freedom, as growth. Yet, beneath this socially sanctioned narrative lies the hidden grief, the psychological cost, and the relational consequences that almost no one talks about. To understand this, we must define the archetype of relational sacrifice and the psychology of parental attachment. Attachment theory. Bowlby's attachment theory doesn't stop at infancy. Adult children leaving activates what psychologists call the secondary attachment wound in parents. This wound is a subtle, chronic ache, a quiet echo of the primal fear of separation. Even rational minds understand, yet the body remembers. Erickson's stage of generativity versus stagnation tells us that parents in midlife seek meaning through legacy, through guidance and nurturing. When adult children leave, this role suddenly becomes ambiguous. The sense of purpose is disrupted and often replaced by role confusion. A disorienting psychological state where one no longer recognizes one's own importance. Here's the cruel irony: the more one sacrifices, the deeper the void. In psychological literature, this is called altruistic overextension, where a parent invests almost all identity in the child. When the child departs, the parent faces an existential vacuum. Not just loss, but a questioning of the self. Who am I, if not a parent? Imagine a tree that has bent its branches toward the sun for decades. The fruit finally ripens and is taken by the wind. The tree remains rooted, still thriving in sunlight, but now it is hollow, missing the weight it bore proudly for years. The tree is strong, but the hollowness is real. The pain is not only emotional, it is existential. Psychologists note that the absence of adult children triggers what's called anticipatory grief, a chronic tension that exists even before one recognizes its depth. Parents feel simultaneously proud and abandoned, a duality that creates internal dissonance. Every birthday celebrated, every midnight vigil, every suppressed frustration builds a silent ledger. When adult children leave, the moral balance sheet seems empty. Philosophically, this aligns with Camus' concept of the absurd. The universe doesn't compensate for years of devotion, yet meaning is demanded of us. Neuroscience calls this empathic resonance. Parents are not only feeling their own grief, but are psychically absorbing the stress, uncertainty, and pressures of the children they raised, even in their absence. This makes the emptiness doubly weighted. Picture a lighthouse keeper who has maintained the light for decades. The ships no longer arrived. The beacon burns still, but the purpose seems unclaimed. The keeper feels both relief, the light was his own, and a silent, aching redundancy. What happens psychologically when children leave? Identity fragmentation. Parents often experience what clinical psychologists call ego diffusion, a subtle loss of self. The roles that once defined them, protector, guide, daily companion, vanish in practical routines, leaving cognitive and emotional gaps. The unlearning of control. For decades, parents operated under the illusion of influence, that their wisdom, advice, and rules would shape lives. The departure forces a brutal confrontation. Control was never theirs to begin with. Projection and anxiety. Many parents project their own unfulfilled dreams onto the empty spaces left behind. What remains is a paradoxical mix of pride in independence and fear of irrelevance. It's like a painter who has spent decades perfecting a mural. When the mural is finally unveiled, the audience leaves quickly, admiring it, but leaving the painter behind in a silent, echoing hall. The work is done, yet the completion feels like abandonment. Reclaiming selfhood. The first step is recognizing the parent's identity beyond the child. You are not merely a vessel of nurturing, you are a complex human being with desires, intellect, and emotional life that exists independent of offspring. Transforming the empty space. Psychologists suggest embracing symbolic reconstruction, filling the empty routines with meaningful work, friendships, hobbies, and reflection. Like the lighthouse keeper, the light continues to burn, but now it illuminates more than just passing ships. Acceptance of the fundamental paradox. The ultimate truth: love does not demand reciprocity, yet meaning still exists. In accepting this, parents move from loss to legacy. The love you gave, the sacrifices made, they are real, permanent, and formative, regardless of proximity. So imagine an ocean tide that has carried away countless vessels. The water continues to move, indifferent yet sustaining life beneath. The shore remains, weathered but enduring. You, the parent, are the shore. Your depth, your steadfastness, your love remain, even when the vessels of your labor sail away, leaving you with this to every parent, feeling the silent ache of empty rooms. Your presence, your sacrifices, and your love matter. They echo in ways you may never see, but they shape the world regardless. Stand tall, reclaim your purpose, and embrace the life you've built beyond the roles you've filled. If you feel the ache of unseen sacrifices, the silent grief of empty rooms, or the weight of a life you gave too much of, subscribe now. Don't let another moment of clarity pass without embracing the truths that can truly set you free.